Hello YouTube. Hope you all been keeping well. Um, I'm just out again. I've got a little bit of free time, so I'm trying to churn them out. Been meaning to do all these videos for ages, and you keep meaning to, but you never do. Um, so it was a bit of a busy week, and the start of the week this last Sunday they had the Bristol 10K. Bristol is one of the cities not too far up. Really like it, quite arty. Um, and it was a nice route actually. So I'm waking you all up with this ultra bright yellow shirt I got for finishing it. It was a nice day out. Um, Ideally, this would go with a sports scent, but I don't think I've got one sports scent. So I decided to do a video on the Hermessence line that I don't remember seeing really much of it anywhere. I think I've seen a couple of Vetiver Tonka, always a popular one. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on the line. Um, if you're in need as I was. So I used to live up in London, and I went into one of the big department stores and, as usual, sniffed them out. I knew somebody that was kind of working the general store, and I was in the Hermes counter, and because you can't find them very easily, um, and I smelled the whole line, exclusive um, Hermessence bit, and she gave me a couple of samples, which was really nice of her. Um, she gave me Poivre Samarcande, pepper one, and Vetiver Tonka, which I was pretty happy about. I didn't expect to leave with that. Um, they're all I think 4 ml each. Um, so it's just a bit of a mini review, my 2 cents on it, on it all. They're all blended immaculately, as you'd expect. Very simple. Um, no false advertising. Whatever they say it's going to be, it pretty much is. Um, uh, can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. So the pepper one, the Poivre Samarcande, um, there's just so much pepper, which is all right. Um, there's Once you smell the oak in the Hermescence line, you can tell when you smell it, and it is there, but it's just so in the background. And apparently there are a couple of spices. I can't remember what they are. Maybe caraway and something else. It doesn't really matter because Jean-Claude just kept going with the pepper, um, and I think that's part of the problem with it. Um, it is a light composition. Um, it is treated with a light hand, um, but there's no nuance to it, and probably a lot of the line as well. It's just so um, simple and a little bit uninspiring. The performance isn't brilliant, especially on the Poivre Samarkand. From the moment you put it on, you kind of go, and then it's pretty much it's not gone. It's just a skin scent. High heat doesn't really matter. It's just gone, which is not what you expect when you pay the sort of money they're asking for these. Um, Nice, uh, but I think that there's nicer alternatives, much cheaper. But more on that later. Um, Vetiver Tonka, I think, is probably one of the most popular ones, especially the most talked about here on YouTube. Uh, and it's a nice go. Vetiver Tonka is a nice go at making a friendly vetiver, sort of a sweet one. I'm not a vetiver loving guy, um, but I could wear this. It's quite nice. Um, it's very well blended, um, but I don't get the hazelnut that people talk about. It for me, it's um, just kind of a straight up sweet vetiver. It's as if, because for me Tonka is sweet, but it's got sort of a leathery tone to it, which with the vetiver I was expecting to get the hazelnut, but I don't get any of that. It's as if there's more just amber, liquidy amber in it, and it's just a sweet vetiver, which is fine. And yes, it's light, but I say this with caution because I know it's a few people's favourite, my mickers and so on. It just comes across a bit, again, uninspiring and with that sweetness. Cheap would be an overreaction, but a little bit. And if you've got the money, it's nice, it's safe. It's just for the money. I was just expecting more, um, especially when from their standard line, there are so many beautiful scents that you want to sniff more, and they don't necessarily develop much. A lot of people say, and I can see that, but there's something there that keeps you smelling, and for the price, it's appropriate. For this price, no. Um, so, what good I can say about their Hermessence line? They all have this beautiful liquid texture, just dances around you like one of them scent waves in sort of Disney cartoons, which is beautiful. The how it comes off of your skin and presented to others is beautiful, and you can tell it's an expensive fragrance. It's delicate, but and it's all of them are very unisex. Um, Iris, rose, they're all great, um, but the scent itself is too simple, straightforward, safe. It's as if, which leads me now to the bad. It's as if, I mean, we know Jean-Claude Van Damme can do some amazing work, and it's like if a poet or writer wrote something, couldn't stop mucking around with it when the second draft still was a little bit raw, but had some magic to it. It's as if someone couldn't stop mucking around with these and made them a little bit sterile. And all right, it's great. It's a nice set, just not £150 or whatever they're asking for this in dollars. 200. Everything's more expensive in Europe. It's just not worth that money. Hasn't got any balls or je ne sais quoi or whatever you want to say. And when you've got, I mean, one of my favorite fragrances that I found through, I think Krista recommended it first, was Rockabar, and I've got that. Love it to bits. Yeah, it's not a big projection beast, but it's very elegant, different, classic, not in a dated scent. Could wear it anywhere. No one's going to smell like that. It draws you closer. It's a bit balmy. The Unjardin line, very refreshing, not in a sweet way like Vetiver Tonka is. Bellamy Vetiver. I haven't smelled the Vetiver one. Iris. Anything else he's done is brilliant. Why would you go and spend double the money for something that doesn't smell half as good? Especially when you could substitute, in my opinion, most of these for amazing equivalents for half, sometimes a third of the price. Especially from places like houses like L'Artisan. I mean, Poivre Piquant from L'Artisan, one of my favourite peppers. It's, I think the bill is pepper and sugar, sort of, I think they write up something like an Indian wedding, and that has a hazelnutty feeling. Reminds me of one of the Carna Barcelona ones. It's delicious, beautiful. Could wear that all day and definitely all night. Would fit one of those dodgy categories in the personal lineup bit. So check that one out if you like your pepper. Lalique Encre Noir. I know it's about the vetiver, but in Poivre Piquant, maybe there is a bit, or there is pepper in Encre Noir, is a dead ringer just with more balls and bite. And I'm not a vetiver guy, but I'd go to that one, and that's a beast. um, Marc Jacobs Bang, even Paul Smith Man 2, a bit more on the incense side, but it's there. And Vetiver Tonka, sort of, my makers I think build zileri is a good dupe in fragrance rose as well. And, it's a bit hard to come by. I haven't, but I'll trust them since they know what they're doing. I'd like to smell it sometime. The Tasca that I've done, um, as well a bit, it's just got pine and other stuff going on, but at least it's interesting. And maybe I haven't smelt Queer Vetiver Sacra from Artisan. Maybe that as well. Point is, it's just so many other options. Now, my favourites from the Hermessence line, I really like Vanille Galant. I think even people that wouldn't normally like vanilla would like it. It's got this amazing oak note, and it's not sandalwood or any of the other ones, and it's so unique. And with it makes the vanilla a bit leathery, which is what I kind of want. Something else. It's still safe, but it's like no other vanilla you smell. So like a really tame, I suppose, double vanille from Guerlain, maybe, but not as animalic. But there is that kind of something else going on. And I quite like the, is it Rose Cabina one? It's not feminine, it's not masculine, it's not my favourite rose, but just a very wearable unisex rose, so on and so forth. But even ones like Paprika Brazil, Dead Ringer from L'Artisan for half the price is Piment Brûlant. With a lot of the paprika kind of ones, there's a little bit of a BO thing going on. Some people wouldn't like. So ultimately, with the Hermessence line, it just doesn't make any sense to me to spend the money they're asking for these, which is a bit of shame because I really wanted to like these, despite the cost. Probably wouldn't have bought a bottle anyway, but I'm kind of glad I don't like them enough. So if you've been struggling, if you can't sniff them, I know they're hard to come by. Hope these were of use. Sorry if I knocked it a bit, especially the Vetiver Tonka. I know people like that one. But there we go. Meanwhile, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought, or if there's something else I should smell, or if I'm missing out something. And I'll see you on the next video. Yeah. Take care, guys.